New details about that CEO gunned down in broad daylight in Midtown Manhattan. Manhunt underway now for the assassin, who, I don't know, maybe could even be a pro. The CEO of UnitedHealthcare, the biggest private health insurer in the country, 50-year-old Brian Thompson, murdered as he left a hotel in Midtown Manhattan. The whole thing caught on surveillance video. Warning, the video is chilling and disturbing. What you're seeing here is Thompson as he makes his way down the street toward the Hilton Hotel in Manhattan, where his company was holding an investor event. This is around 6:45 in the morning. He was alone. As he approached the hotel, a masked man was there waiting for him, calmly approaches the CEO from behind, shoots at him 3 times. The pistol appears to jam during the shooting. The gunman fixes the jam and continues to fire, hitting Thompson in the back and leg before fleeing down an alleyway on foot. He then got on a bike, which was initially believed to be a city bike. ABC News now reporting it was just a regular bike that he used to make his escape through Central Park. Witnesses and police saying that the suspect arrived at the scene minutes before Thompson exited the hotel, where he appeared to be lying in wait for him to exit. He seemed to know exactly who the CEO was, what he looked like, when he was going to arrive, the whole thing. ABC News also reporting that a cell phone, candy wrapper, and a water bottle found near the scene are linked to the shooter. Suspect was last seen in New York City's Central Park. Joining us now, Bill Stanton, former NYPD officer and security expert. He's the author of Prepared, Not Scared, your go-to guide for staying safe in an unsafe world. Bill, good to see you again. What do you think? Is this guy a pro or just somebody angry who went after this guy?
Well, Dan, I like where you're going with this. I think he's somewhere in between. I say this because this man, in my opinion, has a familiarity with violence, with gun handling, the way he took that combat stance, and the way he just calmly and smoothly, fixed the jam on his weapon and continued to fire. So a lot of these things add up to having a history in this type of stuff.
And I assume that when it comes to the investigation, they're going to try and figure out, well, who might have been mad at him. But there's a lot of possible people, right? I mean, you run a massive healthcare company, in particular a guy who was at one point accused of insider trading, and you got a lot of possible enemies.
I mean, that's why there's such massive curiosity about this case, because this is something we'd see on Netflix. Who is this guy? Where is he coming from? Is this in his personal life? Does the victim have any, faults, any vices where it could have came from? Is it a disgruntled employee possibly, or could it have been the recipient of a bad deal? So like you said, many different areas.
His wife has said that there were threats in the past based on lack of coverage of health care. You think that's going to be something that they're looking at?
They're going to be looking at everything, but here's my guess. My guess is the crack in this case isn't going to come from the massive amounts of video. What they should be doing is checking all the bodegas and stores, the previous nights, where did he buy that candy, water, etc. But I do think the big break is going to come from the interviews and the forensic of both his social media and personal computers.
All right. Bill Stanton, as always, good to see you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. 10-4.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.